Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Leaders of the farmers' movement have delayed their march on Delhi by 2 days after the death of a protester. 21-year-old Shubkaran Singh was killed in clashes with police at the Kanauri border crossing, which is one of the two protest sites where farmers have gathered before heading into Delhi. There's no official word yet on the cause of the protester's death. Reports say the protesters have demanded compensation for his family, while autopsy on the body was awaited. The incident came as protests resumed on Monday at Kanauri and Shambu after a series of talks with the authorities failed to break the deadlock. Farmers' unions have urged legal guarantees for minimum support price for their produce, among other demands. Reports say an agreement appears imminent between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party to share the 7 Lok Sabha seats in Delhi between them in the upcoming general elections. The deal is the second in the opposition India bloc, which comes a day after the Samajwadi Party agreed to share 17 seats with the Congress in Uttar Pradesh. The deal is a big step forward for the Congress party, which has seen setbacks recently within the bloc over sharing of seats with its members. The Congress AAP breakthrough follows the appointment of a new mayor for Chandigarh city, who belongs to the bloc and seen as the first electoral win for the alliance. The Manipur High Court has removed a paragraph directing the state administration to submit a recommendation on scheduled tribe designation for the Meitei population in its judgment in 2023. The ruling had resulted in widespread ethnic conflict in Manipur, as the indigenous Kuki population was against the court's ruling. Last October, the tribal organizations in Manipur were given permission by the High Court to submit an appeal against the judgment. In an attempt to change its ruling, the court accepted a review petition last month, and the state and federal governments were notified and asked to respond. Social media platform X has stated that the Indian government has issued orders to take action against specific accounts and postings, but the firm has said it disagreed with the move. According to reports, the social media company said, in compliance with the orders, it will withhold some accounts and posts in India alone, but warned the government order interfered with freedom of expression. The latest face-off comes after the site's owner, US billionaire Elon Musk, was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by a Norwegian lawmaker a short time ago for being a strong supporter of free speech. The site, which was previously known as Twitter, had a run-in with the government over free speech in 2021. The premiere of a Netflix documentary about Indrani Mukherjee, a former media executive who is suspected of killing her daughter, has been put on hold. The Bombay High Court has told streaming company Netflix to arrange a screening of the Indrani Mukherjee story, Buried Truth, for officers of the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is investigating the murder of Sheena Bora. The CBI had already asked a special court to halt the release of the docuseries, but the request had been denied. The docuseries will not be released this month because the case is scheduled to be heard next Thursday. In April 2012, Mukherjee, her driver and another person were accused of strangling Bora in a car, who was the daughter of her ex-partner. Reports say Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been issued the 7th summons in the liquor policy investigation by the Enforcement Directorate. He has been ordered to appear for questioning next Monday, but Kejriwal and his Aam Aadmi Party have maintained that the notices are illegal and it was an attempt to arrest him before the general elections due in months from now. The Enforcement Directorate has also told a court that Kejriwal was not cooperating with the investigation. 2 members of the Aam Aadmi Party have already been jailed in the case. The investigation started after allegations that Delhi liquor policy was made in a manner to benefit liquor manufacturers. The Enforcement Directorate has prohibited Biju Ravendran, the founder of the EdTech behemoth, from leaving the country, further complicating matters for him. The notice meant that immigration authorities would notify officials concerned about any international trip by the 43-year-old as the investigation continues into his overseas investments. Trouble started after reports of a hostile work environment and aggressive marketing that intimidated parents began to surface. An extraordinary general meeting was called by a group of shareholders to remove Ravendran from office and select a new board. However, a ruling from the Karnataka High Court declaring that any decisions made during the meeting would be void until the next hearing has provided some respite for the embattled businessman. Several people are missing, and many are believed trapped after a massive avalanche struck the ski town of Gulmarg in Jammu and Kashmir. Reports said some people have been rescued. Among them, 2 were foreigners, and they were not accompanied by locals familiar with the terrain. Army rescue teams and helicopters were deployed to the upper reaches of Gulmarg where the avalanche struck. Footage from the scene showed holidaymakers trapped in knee-deep snow and a snowmobile stuck in the slopes. The town, known for its vistas and world-class skiing slopes, has become a hotspot for adventure seekers and tourists. Heavy snowfall was reported in the area since February, after a dry spell throughout January. Earlier this month, a large-scale avalanche struck the Sonamarg area on the Srinagar-Leh highway. In a historic event, the revered relics of Lord Buddha and some of his disciples embarked on a sacred journey to Thailand from India. Monks received the relics from the National Museum in Delhi before they were flown by an Indian Air Force aircraft. The relics journey to Thailand will provide devotees and enthusiasts a rare chance to pay respects to the artifacts. Lord Buddha's relics will be displayed in Thailand as part of a 26-day exposition starting this month. This is the first time that the holy relics of Buddha and his disciples, Arahata Sariputra and Arahata Modgalayana, will be showcased together, which hold immense significance for Buddhists worldwide. The Cabinet Committee on Security has cleared Indian Navy's proposals to buy 220 BrahMos extended-range missiles for its warships. The contract will be signed on March 5th for the missiles said to be worth around 20,000 crore rupees. The extended-range BrahMos is believed to have a range of around 800 km. This would be a major make-in-India success for the missile system built with Russian partnership. India's BrahMos is a universal long-range supersonic cruise missile system that can be launched from land, sea and air. According to the Indian Defence Research Organisation, besides the Indian Navy, the indigenous missile system will also be exported to the Philippines. After reaching an agreement with Jordan, the UK has begun airdropping aid into Gaza for the first time since the conflict began. A Jordanian Air Force plane brought 4 tons of supplies, including food, fuel and medications, into the Strip. Parachute-fitted packages were seen drifting towards the Tal al-Hawa hospital in northern Gaza. According to UK Foreign Secretary David Cameron, the aid will maintain hospital operations and save lives. Until now, the UK has only been able to provide supplies to Gaza via land and sea, and it is impossible to reach northern Gaza, which is a wasteland, following over 5 months of conflict. The World Food Programme said it has ceased delivery there due to complete chaos and violence experienced by its convoys. The British Antarctica Survey has published the first images of a massive drone in flight in Antarctica. In order to better understand the effects of climate change, scientists hope to employ drones to reach remote regions of the continent. Engineers from Windracer's company operate the drone remotely, and they keep an eye on it from a computer. If successful, the new drone platform could represent a major addition to British Antarctic Survey's scientific capability on the frozen continent, offering the potential to do more science at a lower cost, with a lower carbon footprint than traditional crewed aviation. The drone is fully autonomous with 2 engines. It is a 10-meter fixed-winged aircraft capable of carrying 100 kilograms of cargo or sensors up to 1,000 kilometers. Researchers at the University of Chicago claim that numerous archaeological sites in Afghanistan were demolished to make way for organized theft. They claim that examination of satellite images offers the first concrete photographic proof that the trends of looting that started under the previous administration have persisted since the Taliban retook control in 2021. Among the damaged assets are ancient towns that date to the late Bronze and Iron Ages, some of which date back more than 1000 BC. The majority of the sites found are in the Balkh region of northern Afghanistan, which was the center of Bactria over 2 millennia ago. In the 6th century BC, it was one of the wealthiest and most populated areas of ancient Afghanistan, ruled by the Achaemenid Empire. An alleged member of the Japanese mafia is accused by U.S. prosecutors of planning to traffic in nuclear materials. It is alleged that Takeshi Ebisawa attempted to sell uranium and plutonium that he thought would be transferred to Iran for the purpose of building a nuclear bomb. In April 2022, Ebisawa and a Thai co-defendant were charged with firearms and drugs. Should the latest charges be proven true, he could be sentenced to life in jail. The prosecution claims that he attempted to obtain substantial amounts of military-grade weaponry in Myanmar on behalf of an unidentified rebel group. According to U.S. officials, Ebisawa, who is being held in a Brooklyn jail, is a prominent member of the Yakuza, a Japanese organized crime group. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.